let's make elastic neckline dress for any toys. So basically I will use three sizes of my Effie Friends collection and linen fabric to make it with a very tiny print. Is great for tiny toys, but using the steps and recommendations, you can make it for any toys of any sizes. So I'm taking a piece of fabric, place it right sides together like that, and I place a toy on it. I measure my toy in its widest part and add about, for this toy I added about 5 centimeters for the loose fit. So but the best is, look how I'm now holding the tape. So you just imagine how think this dress should be loose. So I decided that for this toy it will be 45 centimeters circumference, and because we have a back and front, we do 22.5 for each. And don't forget seam allowances. I'll do about 5-6 millimeters seam allowances, and therefore I measure 25 plus half, 25.5, 23 centimeters, and decide on how long will be this dress. And you will need to have about a centimeter for the hemline extra, and you will need to have extra for the elastic neckline. You will need half of centimeter for folded and another centimeter for folding it, so it's enough for elastic band to be put through. So it's 1.5 centimeter plus for the neckline, and you draw a square with these measures. So basically this square will be the widest part of your toy plus some extra centimeters for loose fit, and the length of the toy, the length of the dress plus seam allowances. And remember to have enough for elastic neckline. So it's a centimeter for elastic band and half a centimeter for the second fold. And now we need to draw sleeves. For sleeves I measure how long I want them to be. So it was 6 centimeters for this toy. For Effie Friends 55 centimeters, and I'll check where my sleeves will be. So half a centimeter and a centimeter, 1.5 centimeters for folding the neckline, and then 6 centimeters for my sleeve. So 5 centimeters for the sleeve and 1 centimeter seam allowance. So my sleeves will be there. That means these measures I will use this 7 centimeters and a half. That will be my sleeve length. So now I will show you how to draw this. And we need another measure for sleeve. That's the circumference of the sleeve. So just again with the measure tape, imagine how freely you want them. I think it's about 12-13 centimeters for that sort of a toy. And I'll draw the sleeve now. So it's 7 centimeters for a sleeve length and 13 centimeters for its width. And I need to draw 2 sleeves. So another 13 centimeters and 7 centimeters here. So I've got 2 sleeves drawing now. That's the sleeves, and that's the squares for dress. So I cut everything and I have all parts ready. So now that's everything we need for that sort of a dress, really. So you can measure any toy and make this dress for any toy. And this is our sleeves, like that. We'll be attaching them, and we can now assemble all these parts together. So to assemble all these parts, what we need to do, firstly, we need to trim the hemline, the edges of the sleeves. So we need to fold them. The best is basically to fold them twice at about half centimeter each fold, like that. Iron it well, and now sew. So I did this. The sleeves are finished. They will be that way. There will be the hemline for sleeves, and we're attaching them like this to, like I'm showing now, to the dress body to make one neckline, which will be gathered then with the elastic band. So face right sides together and sew this line, and then you will sew another side. So it's sewn now, it's stitched now, you can see. And so this side of the sleeve is stitched, and now we need to attach it to the another part, half of the dress. So again, folding right sides together like that, stitch that way. So you see, now we have sleeve sewn in between front and back of the dress, and when we fold it like that, we have a sleeve attached in between front and back. And now we just need to close this seam. But before to make this garment very accurate, I want to finish this with the zigzag stitching, just because it's linen, it's quite fraying, and I just like the accurate look of zigzag stitching. So all stitches are trimmed with zigzag, and now I fold this together, accurately together. You see, all the edges should connect like that, and I sew at 5mm seam allowance, starting from where exactly the sleeve was attached to the dress. And now look how you fold it. Now it's a little tip for you. Hold this like that and fold all the seams. Once again, I'm showing all these seams down, and when you turn this, you have a nice accurate underarm like that. So you just can steam or iron it now, and it will be accurate sleeve. And do the same for the second sleeve, attach it the same way. And now basically our dress is almost ready. You see, all the seams are trimmed with zigzag stitching accurately. So here, when you sew the side seam, once again I'm showing how to fold it down, and then that way, like that, and you have accurate underarm area. And always start sewing the side seam where the sleeve seam ends. Now we need to finish the neckline, so fold it half centimeter once and a whole centimeter, 1 centimeter again. So my elastic band is about 8mm, so 1 centimeter will be just right for that elastic band. Iron it well, it will be easier, or baste it will be easier to stitch with the sewing machine after. And so with the sewing machine, you can see everything is accurate now when it's stitched and trimmed with the zigzag. Just leave about 1 centimeter unstitched, so we can put the elastic band through, and then close this opening. So I'm now measuring the elastic band needed for this. So it's about, so it should be a loose fit for the neckline of the neck of the toy, plus about 2 centimeters for overlapping it and stitching the ends together. So I inserted the elastic band and closed the opening with some stitching, and I just need to finish the hemline. And again, it's absolutely up to you. You can just fold it, or you can decorate it with lace. I'm using linen lace. It looks nice with this linen I'm using for this project. So I'm just trimming this now with zigzag just to avoid fraying, and then I will be attaching the lace. And if you like this linen, I'm using this beautiful Lithuanian linen with designer print, and it's tiny muted colors print, excellent for toys, for toy making. You can find them to purchase these fabrics on my website. The link is given under this video. Link is shared under this video to purchase these fabrics I'm using here. So I want to attach lace that way. Basically, you can be creative here. And the dress is finished. I'm attaching the lace simply with the sewing machine with the stride stitch, and then it's all done. I have one tiny print. Again, if you like the tiny prints, and there are linen available to buy on my website, the link is shared under this video. Beautiful linen prints, tiny prints, just excellent for this tiny 16 centimeters toy. And I'm completing now the same steps. I basically measure the bodice, the widest part of the body, and then the length of the dress. And these are my sleeves now. But because it's a tiny toy, with the trim with the sleeves, for example, with trimming the edges, I won't fold it twice. I will just you see, I will just trim them with the zigzag stitching and just fold it once. It makes the seams thinner for the tiny toys and not too bulky. So that is the dress for the tiny one. Look, this print, this flower print. So it's muted colors, flowers, tiny flowers with tiny dots on linen fabric. The lighting I have here is awful, by the way. It's electric light, and you can't see really the colors of it. The beautiful muted colors of these prints, but the fabrics are available on my website, and you can see close-up photos there. The link is under this video. And now I'm making the same dress for the 30 centimeters heavy front. So I'm showing how I'm inserting the elastic band. And for the tiny one, I added for the loose fit about 2 centimeters to the body circumference, and for the 30 centimeters to about 3 centimeters. So, and for the 55 centimeters, I added 5 centimeters I mentioned earlier. So now I'm showing how I'm inserting the elastic band. So with safety pin, just going through the whole length. Don't forget to pin or clip this end, so it's not going to be lost in somewhere in the middle of our neckline. So just going through the whole neckline. So don't add too much. So when you measure, when you take the first measure, which we've done for widest body part, and we added, for example, for 55 centimeters toy, we added 5 centimeters for loose fit. So then I mentioned that for the tiny one, I added about 2 centimeters. And for the middle one, about 3 centimeters. I would say for 55 centimeters, I would edit even 4 centimeters, 3.5 next time, because 5 centimeters was okay, but for the neckline, it was too wide then. Or next time, I would probably draw the narrower sleeves. It will reduce the circumference of neckline, and it won't be that much gatherings around the neckline. And as I've got now, you see it looks really fluffy, let's say, really ruffled. So probably next time I'll just take a couple of centimeters. I draw a couple of centimeters narrower pattern for body and sleeves. So, and the dresses are ready. Once again, for these fabrics, there is a link to buy them under this video, and I hope that the video will help you to create some dresses for any choice you have.